Most web designers and agencies have really terrible websites. And the problem is, why should a client spend thousands of dollars with you if your own website doesn't even look professional? I have built over 60 websites for myself and my clients, and my goal today is to build a super professional web design agency website that also works perfectly for GoHighLevel SaaS. I set 3 goals for myself to make this website. 1, it needs to be interactive, professional, and completely wow your clients. 2, it must be fully optimized for mobile. And 3, I don't want you to be able to tell that it's actually a GoHighLevel website. So let me show you exactly how I pulled this off. So for the hero section, my goal was to make it super eye-catching. We have the mountain background in the back and also a wet sun as an accent. This image was generated with Gemini Banana Pro, and in my opinion this looks really cool and high quality. In the headline, the services we offer are changing, so it's like this fade in, fade out effect of like the different services we offer. And I think that makes the design more interactive and also not as boring as like a standard headline. Below there are also company logos that are scrolling, and you can see like there's a little bit of a fade in, fade out effect at the border. This element is like the standard scrolling logo element from GoHighLevel, but I added some CSS so the logos, it looks like they are coming in and fading out. And at the beginning, the background was set to 100% width, so basically fixed. But then I changed it to parallax to make it animated also when you scroll. So I added like a little bit of a rounded corners over here, which looks also really nice. And you can see like when I scroll that like the image stays fixed and the rest of the content is going up, which looks really nice in my opinion. So next up we have the problem section, and on scroll you can see that the elements are fading in and with also a slight delay, so you can see like the left one is coming in first and then the rest is coming in. That makes the website way more interactive than like just the plain cards. The goal of that section is to show the client the problem they are facing, and all of the 3 cards also have like a subtle hover effect which makes the cards a little bit more interactive, as you can see here. It's adding like a small drop shadow in the background, and it also lifts it a little bit, just so it's not a plain card that is sitting on the website. And you have probably seen it in the hero as well, but I used 2 fonts for the headlines on the entire website, so you can see like this one is a different one than this one. And the main reason I did that was to like highlight the main point of that section. So in the problem section, we want to highlight the fact that it's actually killing their business when they are not fixing those problems. So I changed the font on that text. So after we showed the customer the problems he's probably facing, we now want to present the solutions or our services. And as you can see also, this section is also animated on scroll with like a fade in effect, as you can see here, which looks really nice. Then we also have like the headline in 2 different font styles. And to make it even more interactive and professional, these bars are animated, which looks really nice, like it's an animated SVG. By the way, if you want to get this website for your own agency or company, you can get this exact website using the first link in the description. So next up, I want to show you a section that in my opinion is the best one on the website so far. So the inspiration for this section came from Pinterest. So I use Pinterest for like a lot of inspiration for websites. And I saw this design on Pinterest and thought that it would be perfect to show some key metrics about the agency. And so this is what I actually created. So this one is what I saw on Pinterest with like the bento grid style. And so this is what I actually created. So it displays a few key metrics about the agency, how much improvement they can expect, and for example some reviews. I also added a nice hover effect around all cards just to make them like a little bit more interactive. As you can see, like it's adding like this small red border effect, which looks really nice also here. And also like in the process timeline, I animated like these bars on hover. So if you hover over them, they are animated, like, and this object in here is also an animated SVG. So it's done a little bit different, so it's an embed code, but like it looks really professional in my opinion. And also like they are fading in and out like all the other elements as well, which looks really professional and nice. So next up we have the services section. For the service section, I used a dark background to make the section pop and also make people stop scrolling if they are like scanning only the website, but this one is like a really nice pattern interrupt. And I took 3 services for this website, which are web design, SEO, and AI implementation. So web design and development is basically just building a website. SEO optimization is basically like doing the SEO on the website, but you also have like Search Atlas inside of GoHighLevel, which you can use to automate SEO completely with AI. And then we also have our AI implementation, which is basically like just selling GoHighLevel SaaS to your clients. For example, the AI voice or like the chatbot, the automation, and everything like you can white label and sell, just so you are able to also like display these services and also like sell them. And all the 3 cards are animated as well, like the icon is getting bigger when you hover over the card, and also it adds like this really nice red border effect, as you can see. And like I really like the effect that it's growing the icon even though you are not like going over it, which makes it like really nice and interactive. And wait for the last section I created that looks actually really custom and you can't really tell that it's built on GoHighLevel. So next up we have the portfolio section, and every web designer needs to show off his work, and having a nice website yourself is one part, but the other part is showing your previous work. And I used some websites I created in the past for this section, and this section actually does not need to be overcomplicated. You just need to have like nice mockups and a simple layout. As you can see, like we only have added like a 2-column layout here and just a design with a nice mockup that I created in Figma, added my design and just added like a name for the company. And if you do that for your company and like for your agency, just change the name, change the mockup, and your portfolio section is actually already built. So then we have a dedicated testimonial section, and they are all animated on hover as well and also on scroll, as you could see just 1 second ago, to make them more interactive. So you can see like we added the same effect with like the slight drop shadow in the background, just to like give it a little bit more depth when you are like going over it. And to break the design up a little bit and to make it a little bit more interesting, I used a different color on the 3rd testimonial just to make it more interesting. And you can use that to highlight a testimonial, for example, or just to like make the entire section a little bit more interesting. Next up, we have a simple FAQ section. And for that, I just used the internal FAQ element from GoHighLevel. And next up, below that, we have like a full offer section. In this case, I offer free landing page design, which is like really easy to do with AI in those days. And for the background, I used a similar image like the hero image that I created using Banana Pro. And last but not least, the contact us section. And I really like the design of this section because like the form is custom designed, so it doesn't look like the standard GoHighLevel form everyone else is using. And the best part, all the sections are fully responsive and also optimized for mobile, which I want to show you in a second. And also all the colors are on brand and look super professional. So all the sections are also built for mobile as well, which is like really nice, and you don't really have to make any changes if you get this template. So if you want to get this exact website for your own agency or company, click the first link in the description. And if you now want to see my top 3 tricks I use to build websites like the one I just showed you, watch this video next.